Fully competent coaches do something most people miss. They don't just allow emotions, they use them. Emotions become material for the client's exploration and discovery. And that shift from tolerating to leveraging is what separates adequate coaches from truly transformational ones. So if you've been getting comfortable with emotion, that's great. Now let's talk about what to actually do with it. So we talked about getting comfortable with emotions. Now let's go further. A fully competent coach will take emotions and they will use them in the coaching conversation. They'll use them for the client's benefit, for the client's exploration, for the client to uncover new information and to learn. Emotions become the gateway to deeper discovery and meaningful insight. Think about it. When emotion shows up, something important is happening. Something the client cares about is at stake. And here's the thing. The goal isn't comfort. The goal isn't helping them feel better. It's transformation, real, lasting change that shifts perspectives and creates new possibilities. The ICF marker says demonstrates confidence in working with strong client emotions during the coaching process. But what does that really mean in practice? It means actively leveraging emotions as coaching material, not simply tolerating them, not managing them, not waiting for them to pass so you can get back to real coaching. Demonstrating confidence means staying present and curious when intensity arises. It means leaning in, not backing away. It means seeing emotion as an opening rather than an obstacle. When your client gets emotional, that's not a detour from the work. That is the work. Here's how I want you to think about this. Emotions are doorways. Strong emotions point to something important underneath every time. When you see strong reactions, consider what might be there. Maybe it's a value being violated, something deeply important to the client is at stake, and they're reacting because it matters to them. Maybe it's a fear being triggered, underlying concerns the client hasn't fully acknowledged or surfacing, often for the first time. Maybe it's a belief being challenged. When long-held assumptions are questioned, emotions show us where growth wants to happen. The discomfort points to the edge. Or maybe it's a loss being processed, grief and disappointment pointing to what mattered most and what's ready to evolve. The emotion is the signal. Your job is to help them discover what's underneath it. So what happens when you help clients explore their emotions instead of rushing past them? Through this exploration, they can discover what's underneath those emotions so that they can recognize what they really want, not just what they think they should want or what others expect them to want. Maybe they can recognize faulty beliefs operating invisibly in the background, shaping their choices without their awareness. Clients can learn new things about themselves and their situations, things they couldn't see before because they never slowed down enough to look. They gain clarity about patterns, motivations, and what truly matters to them. And here's where it gets really exciting. They can design new futures and new outcomes that they want to have. Fresh possibilities open up for designing futures aligned with who they're becoming, not just who they've been. So what does this look like in the actual moment? What do you do? When emotion arises, resist the urge to rush past it. I know that urge to fix it, to move forward, to get to solutions. You feel pressure to do something, but your job is to stay with it. Slow down, create space. Let it be present without needing to fix it or make it better. Stay with it and invite exploration. Ask questions like, what's underneath this anger? Or, what does this sadness want you to know? What becomes possible if you stay with this feeling? Follow the emotional thread with genuine curiosity. Trust that strong feelings are pointing toward something important, worth discovering. The emotion knows something. Help the client access that wisdom. And here's what becomes possible when you do this work well. Clients learn new things about themselves, insights they didn't have access to before. They gain clarity about patterns, motivations, and what truly matters to them. Things that were fuzzy become clear. They discover fresh insights about their situations. Perspective shift. Options emerge that weren't visible before. What felt completely stuck begins to move. And they design new futures aligned with their values, futures they actually want, not just futures they feel obligated to pursue. Emotion becomes the catalyst for transformation, not an obstacle to overcome, but the doorway to walk through. This is the power of leveraging emotion for learning. So here's what I want you to remember from this video. Skilled coaches don't just tolerate emotions, they leverage them for client learning and growth. Your role is to help clients discover what's underneath so they can move forward with clarity and intention. The emotion isn't the obstacle to the work. It's often where the real work lives. It's the doorway. Coming up next, there's one more dimension of confident presence we need to explore. What happens when you don't have all the details? When the client holds information you don't have access to? When they can't or won't tell you everything? Let's talk about comfort with not knowing. I'll see you there.